Why are so many retirees filing for Social Security early? Because they inherently don't watch this channel and they've never not familiarized themselves with a barbell. Oh, dude, this is such a so frustrating. Making such a drastic error just because they get a little bit too worried about the portfolio that they have. And I will just go on. This just so frustrates me. So this is from the Seattle Times. It's from the actually written in the New York Times, but I don't subscribe to the New York Times because I like women. And as such, I had to look for another place, and I found the Seattle Times. So here's this guy, angry bald guy. I don't know if he's angry, but man, smile once in a while there, guy. He says, the market drop was a final straw for him to take Social Security. And here he is, Marty McGowan. He filed for Social Security after his 67th birthday, but he had planned to wait till he is 70, and we got an extra $800 a month. All right, so $800 a month, that's roughly 10,000. No, what is that? Friggin' 8 times 12 is $9,600 a year, right? My math is right. It might not be, but I think it is. So basically $10,000 a year. If he just would have waited between now and 3 years, he'd get an extra $10,000 a year for the rest of his life with COLAs adjusted as well. But he couldn't do it. Why? Because the market drop was the last straw. Because like in other retirees in recent months, he was watching the Trump administration shake up at the Social Security Administration during a time when the broader economic outlook appeared increasingly uncertain. Just why does it appear increasingly uncertain? Because that's what the media tells you. So stop listening to the media. I don't understand. I mean, after COVID, you're still going to listen to the media. The media lies. It's what they do. They're so bad. Even the Wall Street Journal is so bad. Stop listening to the flippin' media. Do you think what we're going through now is anywhere unique? Like, oh my, come on, man. Stop it. Anyway, so concerns about the economy and access to benefits nudged him to file earlier than he anticipated, even if it might have cost him in the long run. And he wasn't the only one. Additional almost 300,000 retirees claim benefits on their earnings. Check this out. An additional 276,000 retirees claim, you don't necessarily know the retirees, first of all, but applicants claim benefits on their earnings record this fiscal year's. Why do I keep highlighting their earnings record? Interesting. Officials at the Social Security Administration called the rise dramatic, and though there are reasons for the surge, program experts say anxiety did play a meaningful role. But check this out. Some clown at the Urban Institute. They're nervous about the threats to the Social Security Administration. Because Trump, who said no tax on Social Security, and they're walloping there because he can't get that done without 60 senators. Now they're walloping and say he's going to get rid of Social Security. Okay, and we never heard that before. And again, idiots follow the media and they say, oh my goodness, they're worried. Hold on a second. And they looked at their 401k if they even have one. All right. The Trump administration's crusade to diminish the federal bureaucracy did not spare Social Security. Many of them fear that job cuts and other policy changes could threaten their access to the benefits. Elon Musk drove many of the changes, continued to spread false claims about Social Security. But check this out. But there are other reasons these people filed as well. After receiving a regular notice from the Social Security Administration, about 50,000 retirees filed for higher benefits on their own earnings, replacing their lower spousal benefits. Interesting. That's just like one sentence there. This elicited a greater response than usual because the agency was able to identify more eligible people. So Social Security reached out to people and said, hey, if you switch out from your spousal, I would have thought they'd do this automatically, but I guess they don't. I guess they can't do it automatically because if you were to wait, you might still say, I'm going to wait till I'm 70 instead of 67. Yeah, it makes sense they can't do it automatically. Because if you're going from your spousal benefit to either way. But Social Security reached out to people and said, hey, if you switch to your own earnings benefit as opposed to the earnings that you get on your own record as opposed to what you got on your spousal, you'll get more money. And I think they said, 55,000 people did that or something like that? 50,000 people did that. But I thought Trump was getting rid of Social Security and he was going to make Social Security less efficient. Kind of weird. Let's take a look here. For McGowan, a former assistant director of IT at the Wake Forest University, Were few reasons that pushed him to file earlier than he initially hoped. He and his wife Lynn decided to retire in 2022. All right. They plan to draw down their retirement savings and file for Social Security at 70. Good move. But he began to lose confidence this year. Doge was planning major changes for the Social Security Administration. And the fact that Musk called it a Ponzi scheme was troubling. Well, you know who else called it a Ponzi scheme? Well, me, because it is. Larry Kotlikoff. You can't get more anti-Trump than Larry Kotlikoff. He called it a Ponzi scheme as well. The professor over at Boston University. Social Security is inherently a Ponzi scheme. It's a legalized Ponzi scheme, without question. Doesn't make it bad, doesn't make it good. It just is. You got to call it what it is, man. But he said, oh, he called it a Ponzi scheme. Then President Trump's unpredictable policymaking began to take its toll. And the economic outlook, the market's ultimately retirement portfolio, he was down $30,000. His investments plunged by roughly $30,000. We don't know what it plunged from. And that's when he said that was the final straw. All right. Anyway, it just is so freaking stupid. I don't care what this guy does. Do whatever you want to do. I don't care. But the idea is I'm down $30,000, so I'm going to pull Social Security early than I anticipated because I'm worried about Doge, worried about Trump, and now the market's, I mean, what did we back up to here, man? The market's come back. I mean, what the hell, dude? We're up to, let's see, I don't know what the markets are doing today. Yeah, so the S&P 500, wow, it's back to 59.13, dudes. 59.13. All right, so there we are year to date. I guarantee this is when he decided to file right there. And you don't want, that's why I need the buckets, the barbell. Because if we want to avoid making mistakes when the markets do this. I can't get that thing right there. You want to avoid making mistakes right there, dude. Anyway, I don't care. What I would do, though, as I said, I mean, just look at this, dude. Look at the gains you've had. And this is just the S&P 500. This is just price to price. It's not even dividends. Look at those gains over the last 10 years. Had a couple tumbles, but look where you are. The progression has been steady to the northeast. Up, 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 up like the moon. Fly to the moon. Like, what's that guy's name? Infinity and beyond. No, they're going to say, dude, you're doing a Hitler salute. That's what they'll say because they are idiots out there. Liberals like, oh, yeah, so I got to do it with my left hand. You're doing a Hitler salute. It's just so stupid. Listening to people who say Elon Musk was doing a Nazi salute, and the same people who are saying the markets are in turmoil, they're going to get rid of Social Security, I don't know, they're going to be massive inflation because of tariffs. Why would you do that to yourself? It's idiotic. Turn off the media. Just listen to me. I'll tell you what to think. I will tell you what to think. And just live your life. You have a couple years cash and you're done, dude. Just stop this stuff. All right. God bless. Love your thoughts. Smash that like button.